Welcome, gamblers, to my first video on betting on fantasy sports. Because it's my first video, I want to give you a few disclaimers. First of all, I'm not sponsored for these videos, so all the recommendations I give are from my own experience, and because I want to share the little tidbits I learned in the time that I've done this. First of all, first thing, very important, do not gamble. Gambling is a losing game. Don't do it. You're wasting your money. However, if you're going to bet on fantasy sports, the best thing I would recommend is to do it in the way that will make you have fun, hopefully will make a little money, and most importantly, will not lose your money. So to bet on fantasy sports, first of all, you need to be disciplined. There's no heart. You cannot have a favorite team. You can have a favorite team on your life, root for your team from your city to win. But when you're gambling, do not use that. You don't know if they're going to win or lose. You may have an idea, but if you're betting with your heart, you're betting to lose. You may sometimes have to bet against your own team. Maybe not for them to lose, but at least to have a few touchdowns or points or goals against. But in any case, you need to gamble with no heart. Of course, this is for enjoyment. If you're gonna gamble, gamble only the money that you can spend, the money that you have to lose. Okay, do not gamble your food money, your baby's milk bottle money, diapers, your family's money, your savings. No, nothing of that. Okay, this is to enjoy because you're not going to be rich gambling. Unless you're a mathematician, physicist, chemist, or a statistician, you are not gonna win. The house always have the odds in their favor. But what I'm trying to do is try to tilt the odds to your favor a little more, because there's a few ways that you can improve your skills and have those odds go on towards you. So I want to share my experience because lately I've been winning. I haven't been winning a lot of money. I try to be conservative with my betting because I'm not trying to lose my family's money. But lately I've been winning. The only reason I haven't won more money is because of this website, Hard Rock Bets. I like it. I enjoy it. I play it for fun, but having the opportunity to win 20 times the bet, it's satisfying, but you lose more than you win. However, because today, being December 5th, and my favorite game is not available today, and I'll go into that in a moment. We're going to go into Hard Rock Bets because today they have three very good promotions, and that is what I'm trying to show on this video: how to take advantage of the promotions. Usually, as I said, the odds are in the favor of the house, of the apps that you're gambling on. But in my experience, there are some promotions that actually put the odds in your favor, in my favor, and that's what I've been able to take advantage of. So this is what my videos are going to be. I'm gonna give you some tips on what I'm doing. Maybe we'll win together. Maybe you'll have other ideas on how to use those tips. But again, I do not recommend gambling. So do not complain later to me that I gave you a bad option, that I gave you a bad tip. Gambling, you may lose. There's so many chances that you will lose. It's like I hear lately that some athletes have been harassed by gamblers and bettors, and they calling their names and such during their games because people are losing money on this. Again, the house has the odds in their favor. If you gamble, gamble for fun, gamble the money that you'll use on playing a game or buying a new game for your PlayStation, your Nintendo, anything like that, something that you'll enjoy. But we may lose. I don't want to put a lot of money because if I lose, I don't want to lose a lot of money. But once again, for the past couple of months, I've been winning. Not a lot of money because I play conservative, as I mentioned, but I've been winning. So those are the tips I want to share with you. So today, even though I have to be very careful with this website, with this app, Hard Rock Bets, today they have very good options. First of all, I already put a bet on the NCAF, the football, college football, because it was expiring yesterday, I believe. So I had to put my bet to yesterday so I can take advantage of it. And this is if my bet loses, I get my money back. That's the only reason I did it. Um, for this bet, I put, and I don't know a lot about college football, but I did it just because it guarantees my bet. So if I lose, I'll put that money towards something more, that'll be uh, more odds to my favor, even if I lose a couple of dollars. The idea is to hopefully will win this. So I bet on this game, North Texas versus Tulane. Tulane uh, had the odds against them, but not by much. If we go now, let me see. If I go right now to the odds there, you will see Tulane and Boise. Tulane, North Texas. This is it. So you can see Tulane has the odds against them by a little bit. So I'm hoping to win. And if you can see my bet, I also put they go under 66.5 points. You know, again, this is a kind of a wild bet. I don't know a lot of football, but I like the guarantee on my options. So the odds are not too much against me, and Boise State odds are in their favor. So hopefully I can win this. And you see, $25 will get me about five times my bet. So if not, I'll get my money. I can get money again, credits to put towards another bet. Hopefully, I'll do that. But I wanted to use these other um, promotions that they have today. First of all, I see that they have the No Sweat Live Highlight token. Again, $25 back if my bonus bet does not win. Highlight is a very wild game. You don't know what's gonna happen. I've done this a few times and I've won it a few times. Um, but the first thing about it is to bet on this because it's so wild. I would not recommend to bet on the winner. The winner may change. So today they have um, you know games at 7, 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, and 9:30. So what I'm going to do is I want to start early. And you see this first couple, Cabrera and Joseph, are not favorites. You can actually see in if you go, and this is part of the research that you need to do before you do a a bet. So you should see. I like this website, Battle Core Highlight. This is where they show the games, they show the players, and they show was basically a little bit about the rankings. This doesn't say a lot, but it does show the kind of like the it shows kind of how they're matched against in their previous results. So you can see here, Alex and Julian. This was on December 5th. Oh, this already happened today. Let me confirm. Oh yeah, because it started earlier. All right. So now, oh, it says that Douglas and Manny changed. Hold on, let me see. Let me post this. Okay, so today this page, the page for schedule of the highlight is not working properly, so that's unfortunate. But okay, let's go to. So what I wanted to say on highlight, we don't know what's going to happen, and this team, Joseph and Cabrera, are not favorites for this. It's not a big difference in theory, but we don't know if they're going to win or not. So what I like to do, instead of betting for them to win, I just want to bet for them to win the first set. It was a little bit lower option. I also to make my bet, because the bet is guaranteed. I want to make the most of it. So I want to bet on that one, and I also want to bet on this Lalo Arats. Uh, and I want it to be early, so when I lose, if I need to bet again on highlight, I'll do it. I have the later options to bet on them. So I want to do the same thing on the second game. Lalo and Arats, first game, set winner. So I'm gonna let me add. So I can do $25 for this, 126. All right, so this one is done. Then there is the other promotion, the NBA No Sweat. Well, there's one for NBA and there's one for another NCAA tournament. I want to leave this for later. I have a couple of days to do it. In the NBA, I'll do it later after I've done the highlight. But in any case, I have the money there. I want to actually do the NBA once the game is going on, because that's when the options, the odds can be in my favor. This is not my favorite site to bet on. I like these promotions, no sweat bets. It's a very good promotion. But other than that, it can be more difficult. The other thing I wanted to take advantage of is this NCAA F 50% profit boost. Because, as I mentioned before, I have this bet on Boise and Tulane and Texas bet. So I want to use that promotion to kind of hedge my bet a little bit. Even though I have a secure bet, I'm thinking, well, maybe they may not win. So I want to do North Texas to win. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do Tulane to win still and over 66 points. And I also want to do the other one, which was, oh, I don't see it, but let me confirm again. What was it? Boise State. Boise State. I think it should be over here somewhere. Boise State. So instead of Boise State, let's do UNLV. Um, I'm not gonna do no sweat bet right now because I'm gonna save it for later. And let me bet, let's say $5. $5 will give me 75. I'm not actually hedging that much because there's still I'm still putting Tulane to win. Actually, you know what I wanted to do? Yeah, let me do this one. North Texas to win, which is the favorite, over 66.5 points, and UNLV instead of Boise. So that's why I'm switching. I'm switching two things, which is not my favorite thing, but I wanted to give me an option there. So as I mentioned, let me do the profit boost, $5, and it will place a bet. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna leave this for now. Once again, this is gambling. And this one I'm not so sure about. Later on, I'm gonna show you my two favorite apps to bet on, which are Underdog and PrizePicks. I've made money on those. The promotions are amazing. They actually, I feel that they're, if you do it right, the odds are in your favor. So those I'll show you later. I don't want to do it today because my favorite sport to play to bet on is tennis, and today there's no tennis games. So I'm not sure if tomorrow. Tennis season is about to be over. I think the last week of December, the qualifiers for Adelaide, I think it is, that plays the first week of January, preparing for Australian Open. So, but right now, today there's no tennis games. That is my favorite. That is the one that I made the most money on. All right, because this is my first video and nobody's following me yet, I want to show you how I am waiting for the results of that first game of highlight is going. And I started following when it was 3-3, as you can see. And well, I can see by the end of this recording, they won the first set, so I am happy. I am halfway there. Hopefully, the next one will be similar result. I was hoping, by the way, I had the so I can influence a second account and advise on it, and that account does not have the highlight bonus bet. So unfortunately, I cannot hedge my bet even more. There you have it. So here is I made it. I believe the first one, by the way, Joseph Cabrera, they won the game. I don't know about the second one, but in any case, I didn't bet for that. I only bet for the first winner, and I got my money. Very worth it. Let me use the money towards NBA. No sweat bet. All right, so the next no sweat bet is for NBA Heat versus Magic game only. So this is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna bet for the Heat to win. I'm in Florida, by the way. That's why I can play hard rock bet. I don't know what state you may be in, but um, I had to choose three things to be able to do this bet. So I want to do player props. I was doing a little research on how the game was going, and I want to do points, assists, and rebounds for Bam Adebayo on over 41. Hopefully he'll make it. And you know what? Let me see the rest of the team how they're doing. Somebody who doesn't do a lot to make him under or whatever they're supposed to. Fontecchio, 2 points only the whole game. Let's see if that's an option for points. Points, Fontecchio, he's not even here. Let me see, Calawari, Jaime Vasquez, 4 points, Drew Smith, 3 points. They're not even part of the options. Um, Points and assists, Drew Smith, over 8 points and assists, 3 points and one assist. I would say he's gonna do less than that. Drew Smith, under, under. Was a bet, $25, $25. There you go. 137. Let's see. Let's hope. All right, that's my bet. Now this one, as I mentioned, I have another account that I can have the same offer, so I'm gonna hedge my bet on that one. Let's see. And but I'm gonna post this video now so I can do the